The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Ross throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carroll. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down. Ross looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he is swallowed right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw is Ross. Looking to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ross now to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Carroll. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First carry for Raheem Mostert. 7 yards there and a first down. The Dolphins at 10-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready, set. Trouble, 38.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Ross throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carroll. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 7-7, our score after one. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ross. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Ross. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
On the ready.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
6, mega. Drill 3. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready.
2nd and 5.
Ultra. Go ultra.
They go draw play. It's Dillon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Shark's got it, left side. Touchdown, Dolphins. DJ Shark, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Slot man moves right. Now Ross to throw on third down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Running left, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Ross. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's Ross on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carroll. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Back to the ground with Hall. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run with Hall. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You don't often see a sneak on 2nd down. Usually that's reserved for a 3rd or 4th down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on on that attempt.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
On the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Ross. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right out of the gate they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 10.
52 blaster. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because They've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to Dillon on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Red cycle. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's once again complete to Chark. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Rolling to his left.
Here's Davis bringing in the comebacker.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ross on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Ross. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. He's got the first down and more. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So turnover, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Straight ahead is Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. To throw is Ross on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Ross now to throw again. Catch made right side by Wilson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And some space here. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall to the 27-yard line.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Ross. Over the middle, complete. That's Carroll. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And some room to work. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Shot, 17. Ready?
They give to Dillon out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 1 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On first down, right back to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Ross to throw on 3rd down. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment.